So the Silver Explorer was the first of the 4 ships that got introduced to the Silversea Expeditions fleet. 6,500 tons with 132 guests, just a perfect size. 65 suites, like all the ships in our fleet, they are all ocean facing, so no inside suites. Whether it is a view window, a porthole, a balcony or a French balcony. On board the ship we have got various lounges. We've got a beautiful observation lounge on the Silver Explorer, and in my opinion the best restaurant at sea today. Not necessarily because of the cuisine, of course the cuisine is very good, but because of the wraparound windows on both sides and the aft of the ship. We've got incredible, beautiful big windows. We also have a small fitness room on the Silver Explorer, and on the aft deck we have got 2 jacuzzis that are enclosed with glass, so even while we're in Antarctica the hot tubs are full. You can sit out and have a nice glass of champagne. We have a humidor or connoisseur's corner for our smokers, select cigars and cognacs and wines. And then we also have a panorama lounge for afternoon tea, pre-dinner cocktails, or in the evening just sitting enjoying the sounds of our entertainer, our pianist, while relaxing with a glass of whatever you prefer. On board all our expedition ships we also have the spa at Silversea, and on the Silver Explorer we have a steam room, we've got sauna, and we have got different spa facilities. We also have a beautifully appointed library and internet cafe on board Silver Explorer, although you don't need the internet cafe because the entire ship is Wi-Fi enabled. So whether you're in your room, out on deck, or in one of the public rooms, you can have connectivity. And as with all our other ships, it's not only that you can connect to the internet, but you can stream movies directly to your iPad or whichever device you have with you, or read your favorite newspaper, download it directly through the ship's network. We also have a lecture room on the Silver Explorer, and comfortably seats everybody, and that is where every single evening we have our recaps, briefings, and our lecture team will share their knowledge in the lecture room with our guests. So Silver Galapagos joined the Silversea family in 2014. We acquired a ship that has been operating in the Galapagos for many years, and in true Silversea fashion we've completely renovated it, a multi-million-dollar refit. The ship is absolutely gorgeous inside. We've got a beautiful or beautifully appointed lecture room. Again, everybody can comfortably be seated there for our lectures, our recaps and briefings, and that's where our expedition team, our Ecuadorian expedition team, really brings the islands alive. Every single night they talk in the lecture room about the experiences that our guests have had that specific day. Although there's no need for it, because there's a very active itinerary, we do have a very large fitness room on board Silver Galapagos, as well as a spa and a beauty room. On the top deck all the way to the front of the ship we have a lovely jacuzzi, relaxing area in case you feel for not going ashore on the islands, or maybe during the cruising in the evening from one island to the next. Well-stocked library right next to the reception and the lecture room. And because the Silver Galapagos only operates in the Galapagos, all the books in the library are on the Galapagos and topics relevant to the Galapagos, so if you want to learn a little bit more about what you're experiencing. We've got multiple dining options, as with all our ships, as well as on the Silver Galapagos we have the option to have room service. Not that many people take that option. We have got a lovely restaurant a little bit lower down on deck 2, and then the most popular dining option on board Silver Galapagos is our outside dining area, where we've got a grill, and we also offer the very famous hot rocks experience, where of course you can grill your own meat or seafood at the table on a lava rock. On the Silver Galapagos we have 50 suites, and like with all our ships as well, all ocean view. Some of them have portholes, some of them have big windows, and quite a considerable amount of them have got verandas. And the nice thing about the Silver Galapagos verandas are you can actually sit out on the verandas and enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner with butler service. Silver Discoverer joined the Silversea Expeditions family in 2014. She operates in the Pacific with 65 suites, again all ocean-facing suites, with a maximum of 120 guest capacity on Silver Discoverer. We have got an Explorer Lounge, which is also our main bar. That's where we have our lectures, our recaps and briefings. A restaurant can easily accommodate everybody, but also one of the favorite areas for dining is outside, next to the pool. Silver Discoverer is the only one of our current expedition fleet that actually has a swimming pool. Silver Explorer, of course, has the hot tubs, as the Silver Galapagos, but a considerably good size pool for a small ship. And it's perfect because Silver Discoverer spends most of her time in the tropics. We also have a spa on board Silver Discoverer and a large wellness center, and in fact it was the first ship in our fleet to receive the Technogym equipment and certified by Technogym, and also Silver Discoverer is the only ship in the fleet where we operate our wellness voyages. I'm very excited that as of November 2017, the ship that started Silversea Cruises will be transferred to the Silversea Expeditions fleet. It is going to be one of the best expedition ships in the industry. You know, this ship was built for 296 guests, and when she was originally launched, she had the best guest to space ratio in the cruise industry. It's never been done before. Now we're reducing the guest count even further, and with 200 guests in the polar regions or 260 in the non-polar regions, the amount of space that guests will have on the ship is just incredible. The options that we have on Silver Cloud with 5 dining options is unheard of in the expedition industry. In order to turn Silver Cloud into an expedition ship, she will undergo a major refit. In fact, in 2015 as well as in 2017, she'll spend a considerable amount of time in dry dock, with a 70-day dry dock scheduled for mid-2017 before she enters the expedition fleet. We will add Zodiacs to the Silver Cloud, and with 18 Zodiacs, we will be able to accommodate every single one of the guests that are on board the ship at any time on our Zodiac explorations. Again, for a ship this size, it is unheard of in the industry. We will also add 19 expedition staff, which means our guest to staff ratio in the expedition team will be the best in the industry. We'll add a 1C ice class. Therefore, Silver Cloud will be like Silver Explorer, and we can go literally anywhere we want to go with that ship. With 200 guests, Silver Cloud will be able to explore Antarctica and the Arctic just like we do with the Silver Explorer, being able to land at any of the designated sites in Antarctica and explore with ease the east coast and the north coast of Svalbard, where ships with more than 200 guests cannot easily, or actually are not allowed to, explore. So with the introduction of Silver Cloud, we are taking it to the next level with the amount of amenities that the ship has to offer, with the space that the ship has to offer, with the expedition facilities that we have on board the ship. It's just never been done before.